Well, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Friday Night Shop Talk.
It's been a while.
It has been quite some time.
I got thrown out of my house.
Yeah.
And, you know.
Well, that might be a story you might want to expand on a little bit.
Drill Boys got shut down.
Sure.
That's what happened when you borrow money and use your place as collateral and don't pay it back. And
So,
then, like an idiot, include your house instead of just, you know.
So to clarify for the people that don't know Joe Boy, which is a lot of our viewers, Joe Boy is not him. This is D. Frank, as we all know. And his landlord is the one that got thrown out, and naturally the tenants get thrown out with the landlord. So he's in a dilly of a pickle, as our Canadian friend AVE might say.
Back in with mom and dad.
Yep, temporarily. So anyway, what we're doing here, we're having a nice little fire, but instead of burning a bunch of pallets like the
cool kids.
The cool kids
in
right.
Madison or Guilford.
We are not cool people, so we're trying out this coal stove. It's been in a video or two of mine. I don't know if I made a video of me fully restoring it or not. I can't remember. It was a while ago. But I cleaned it up. I fixed a broken leg. It was cast iron. I welded it. And so we're getting a good wood fire going. And then we're going to throw some coal on it.
Yeah, because I have an obsession with coal. I have a whole bunch of it. I plan on heating a house with it when I get one. So I have to practice with it a little because right now I obviously don't have the skills to use it inside a house.
As you got flames coming out, 4-foot flames.
Yeah.
Well, you know, a foot out at the top of the stack. You got 4 foot coming up the chimney. I wonder if this is what the inside of a chimney looks like all the time in a wood stove.
First few feet? Could be.
I don't think so.
Whoa.
Is this? I don't know. Because this is such a tiny wood stove. A proper wood stove, it burns all the gases and everything inside the stove.
You know, is this a combination or a full-on coal?
This is a coal stove. Yeah.
Approximate age?
Oh, I have no idea.
You know those big, ornate oven stove combinations they used to have?
Like the one I got?
No, like the real fancy ones that would be in a rich person's house, but, you know, 150 years ago.
Coal-fired?
Coal or wood. The real big ones with like the oven, you know, the adjustable ovens and all that.
I guess I know what you're talking about.
Well, you know, the real big oven stove, they make new ones.
Oh, so you mean like what I have, but like 3 times as big?
Yeah, the huge ones.
Oh, yeah.
They make new ones that are modeled after the old ones. They're like $8 grand.
But they're fired on propane?
No, coal or wood.
You know what? I think I know what you're talking about.
Isn't that neat? They still make them. I don't know who'd pay $8 grand for one. But
Well, someone who's rich and lives out in a cabin.
some of this wood breaks easy. Some of it's a bitch.
Well, it's nice seasoned pallet wood.
I built my chicken coop out of this stuff.
Yeah. I built part of my chicken coop out of it, too.
New Haven Water Company.
Huh.
Off that
Dual
shovel I
handle?
had. Shovel. Well, yeah, I guess
A cable shovel?
No.
Oh.
I guess a shovel is a tool, huh? Now, we all see, you know, kindling splitting like this is dangerous. You're holding it in your hand.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that plate that people make with the blade and it's up like this?
It's like a slide hammer?
No, it's like
Oh.
this almost, and you just put the piece on top, you hit it with a hammer,
Huh.
and it's a kindling. They make them, and then people make them themselves also.
I've seen a deal where it's like a slide hammer. The hatchet is on, there's a rail that slides up and down.
Huh.
And you put the piece of wood there, and you just slide the thing up and down. I mean, I think if you have a half-decent aim with a hatchet, you'll be fairly safe.
It's just devouring the wood.
Well, that's good. And it's cooking off all that stove paint, too. So, while we're waiting for this to chooch, are there any more details about the whole Joe Boy deal?
Well, we all
that you
got thrown out
about,
because you had the trailer park up there.
I'm sure people are curious. You have a following, you know.
I do, or Joe Boy does.
No, you do on the channel, on my channel.
No, I don't.
People ask about you.
Oh. Well.
West Virginia Rock Crusher. I bet he's going to watch this. Yeah, comment.
Why? Who's
That's one of my commenters. I bet he's going to make a comment.
Why, he comments on me or on him?
Yeah, he said I haven't seen Franko in a while. How's he doing? I swear to God, he was asked that.
Oh. Well.
So
Joe
Rock
Boy,
Crusher,
as you know,
here's
Joe
your
Boy
answer.
Joe Boy was the farmer who had the rock quarry, and
and has been in several. He was in the Fairlane video.
Yes, he was. Anyway,
the first.
How do you explain Joe Boy in a
start of
couple
the
minutes? You can't. He had a property, and a while ago he borrowed money using the property as collateral. And then, I don't want to speak on the guy's behalf, but he failed to meet his end of the agreement. And so we all got thrown out, and they're going to develop the houses on it. So everyone in the trailer park got thrown out. So I only had a couple days notice, and I got to save all my money now, so I really haven't been working on any projects. And I got to even agree to work on a Saturday, which I normally don't do, but they're making me, because I need funds.
All this standing watching you work was making me tired, so I gotta sit down.
So, now, should I not add any more and just let the coals build up, or?
You want to let the coals build up. I think that's good. Maybe we'll throw some coal in there now.
Yeah, that's the part I can't wait. Wow, it's smoking quite a bit. Can I do the honors?
I wish I had a coal shovel.
A shuttle?
Shovel.
No, isn't the thing called a shuttle, the thing you gave me? I believe it's called a coal
Yeah,
shuttle.
I'm not talking about the bucket. I'm talking about the thing you scoop the coal with and throw it in, you know? So here's some right out of Pennsylvania.
Out of some guy's basement in Brantford.
Brown. What does it say? Brown?
Brown
No,
is brown is what?
No, brown. Brown #1 coal. Pennsylvania anthracite.
Well, brown's just a brand.
Yeah, brown is the brand.
It's anthracite. Now you can hear it crackling in there.
Oh yeah, it's chooching.
Yeah, go ahead and it's very satisfying. That's it. Whoops. Oh.
Yeah, I gotta see if I can get a little shovel.
Should we limit the airflow now?
I'd still let it cook a little bit. Hey, here's a shovel.
Oh.
It's even got a handle and everything.
I got it. Come on, I'm the coal man here. Now I'm gonna open the other side and throw some in, so it's not all in a pile.
Is this what cool people do?
Well, sort of.
I mean, your poker.
We have a fire going.
You know, if our viewers haven't figured out, we don't really know how to be the cool type.
Right.
You know, like the Duramax driving, clean lager boot wearing.
Hold on. They might not have those. You know, like.
Well,
someone in West Virginia probably doesn't understand the people we have in Connecticut that want to be rednecks.
Well, okay, you guys leave a comment if you're not anywhere near Connecticut and you understand what we're talking about.
The fake redneck people, the Jason Aldean listening, Duramax driving.
Clean Duramax, lifted.
Right. Chippewa boots.
Chippewa, clean Chippewas.
Right.
You know, I think that's enough coal for now.
Well, I was going to just put a
little bit in the back.
Yeah,
just a half.
Yeah, so I don't know if they have people.
So, yeah, leave a comment.
We'd like to know what...
I had like 3 lid lifters, but now we're using a bar and a pair of channel locks, but we're Swamp Yankees, so you gotta piss with the cock you got.
Now, it's not smoking as much.
That's true. Well, it wasn't smoking before, was it?
I know, well...
It was flaming. Pretty good. Soon enough we'll get that nice sweet coal aroma.
I wish my coal stoves had a viewing port. I don't like not being able to see the fire.
I really like seeing the fire. It is nice. It's kind of relaxing just to watch. Although we got the fire up coming out top of the stack there.
Okay, so I was gonna see if you wanted to get the camera down there, but there's really not much going on just yet.
Yeah, we'll wait a little while. We'll let it chooch and
then you gotta, when that gets caught, then you gotta add the coal on the top because it burns, you know.
Yeah, it burns from the
so that coal conveyor I got from the woods that was next to the Lincoln, de-designed a whole setup when I, you know, get going with some shit here. We're gonna have it hooked to the back of the truck, the pickup.
Okay.
I already started converting it over to a gas motor.
All right.
It's a portable, right?
So back up a little bit for our viewers who haven't seen the coal conveyor.
I don't know if it's on a video.
It is not. It may have been like in the corner of the...
When we pulled the Lincoln out of the woods, we got conveyor that ended up not being a coal conveyor, but it's a small, 7-foot tall,
Little just conveyor belt thing.
real antique. It's a Royer.
And now, does it have like a feed auger to bring it to the middle, or I can't remember.
No, it's. I found a little information. It's known as a shredder mixer, and it's for dirt.
Huh.
And it had a belt that it had metal teeth almost on it, which I don't know what they were there for. I think it was just supposed to break it up, and it shot it out, and then it would go through almost like a funnel, which would drop it on the main belt, which had cups in it, little half-moon-shaped cups.
There were cups made out of the conveyor belting that were kind of set on curve, so it
comes out and it points directly down. So I'm going to cut that piece off that points down, and D knows where I can buy some heavy-duty sheet plastic, and we're going to bend a chute coming off it, because coal, if it's even on the slightest angle, it flows.
Yep.
So you don't need
it's so slippery, yeah.
Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to have it hooked to the truck, and have the chute in 2 or 3 different pieces that telescope out. So you could back the truck up to a pile, pull the plastic, almost like a cement mixer, you know, you pull the deals out, coal comes down, loads the truck, and you just push them in.
So the conveyor, is this for loading or unloading or transporting?
It'll be loading on the truck, but...
So you're going to bring it to where you find coal?
Get it, like when I buy coal from somebody.
Okay.
Load it on the truck, and it's going to have the chute. And the chute's going to be collapsible, so you don't have to move the conveyor, you don't have to move the truck, you back right up, and you load it. And because coal is almost self-leveling, you don't have to worry about turning it any different way. It'll just fill itself right up, fill the truck right up. And then what we're going to do is then you unhook it when you get to the house, ready? Turn it around and push the coal
shovel
into...
and push into the deal, and it heaps it and piles it for you.
Or puts it in a bin.
Right.
We are going to make the chute rotatable.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So that's the plan with that. We drew it all out.
I don't think it's doing much. Well, I mean, still just got to cook. We got a good bed of coals.
Yeah, so that's the deal with the conveyor. So I'll be able to load my coal on my pickup and then bring it to my house. Got 5 tons of it.
Yep. Wow, this is getting red hot down there. Look at that, see?
Is that supposed to get that hot?
I don't know. But it is, I can tell you that much for sure.
There's no way the paint can withstand that.
No. Up here it's withstanding, but down there it burns right off, you know. Of course, it didn't help I had this sitting outside for a while, you know.
Is it supposed to burn off?
Well, I mean, everything burns when you get to a certain temperature, you know.
It needs more air.
You know, this is... No, it doesn't quite smell like coal yet.
I like your sophisticated way you breathe the smoke.
We
Instead
gotta
of just being an idiot sticking your head over it, you...
Did you ever see those stupid videos on YouTube where some kid, typically a kid, you know, late teens maybe, sticks his face right in front of the tailpipe of some diesel pickup, and the driver revs it and gets a face full of smoke? It's like a dare or something. I don't know what the hell it is. Have you ever seen one of them videos?
No, I've had it happen...
Involuntarily?
Right. That's exactly the word I was thinking. You know what would be cool? You should have live callers.
Well, you know, you can. There is a live feature of YouTube.
Because I always wanted to do radio. Yep. You know, be like a Rush Limbaugh. But instead of just talking about politics, talking about cars and...
Cars.
Right, politics and, you know, places to go. And
yeah, I would imagine I would have to either hook my camera up somehow to my computer or use like the webcam or something.
Well, you need to tell people, too. When
of course, yeah. You'd have to say, you know, put out a video a week in advance.
And what would we...
We don't have to worry about what we would talk about because you have a big mouth, so that solves half the problem.
Yeah, but what if I'm not good on command? What if I get stage fright? And I'm like,
yeah,
the car
is... No, I think you'll be fine.
You know, I was on the radio.
If any of you people think that's a good idea, leave a comment.
We could have a show and people can call in, or...
That would require me doing some technical...
How would they call in, though? It wouldn't be the same with comments. You want to actually get a phone call.
You'd have to... You know what? Unfortunately, I think Well, I don't know. It might be, the process might be facilitated with a smartphone, which neither of us have.
Lauren does.
True. I don't know. We'll have to figure that one out. Leave a comment. That might be.
We could have like a live radio show.
That would be like a winter sort of deal where I don't have anything better to do. Although I do have plenty of better things to do.
All right, now I'm
got
gonna
tons
flip.
of
Oh, look at this! You're gonna want to see this.
Chuchin?
I just flipped over this piece of coal.
Oh, it's
See,
cooking.
it's red. So now you gotta stack it up.
More coal?
Well, yeah, you gotta stack it up. You want to film that?
Yeah.
When I'm watching coal stove videos, and I've watched all of them, I like to see. So I don't know if you guys can see. I flipped.
Hang on. Okay.
I flipped this piece of coal over, and you can see the coal is caught. And underneath, there's still there's some wood, but the coal itself, though, is in fact on fire. You can see the coal flames. So what we have to do now is we're going to fight over who gets to load coal in it.
Hey, it's my funnel.
My coal.
Which, if it hasn't been apparent yet, our coal shovel is a funnel with a handle on it.
I have a proper coal shovel, but it's at my garage.
All right, go for it. Now it's your turn. We have to share, like we're 5-year-olds trying to share a toy.
But if we did, if we had to do this, we wouldn't want to.
We would be, hey, it's your turn. No, it's your turn.
And it sifts out the little pieces.
Yeah.
Let me sift that around and see where we're at.
All right, it's pretty dark now. I can't see much of
Well, that's how coal burns.
Yeah.
It's supposed to completely cover it.
Yeah. Well, I'll pull the camera away since we can't, we're not learning much here. All right, well, two important things happen. Firstly, we have food. Secondly, let's chat a little bit about what's going on.
Now, neither one of us have ever had a coal stove before, so we're just reciting information we either heard on other YouTube videos or are guessing at from what we see.
This is also what I like to call the blind leading the blind.
Right. May I take the lead on this here? Okay, now, a lot of coal stoves, you have your air at the bottom. Okay, your air vent, because the air comes up through and it burns. But when you first put the coal in there, there's gases that burn off. So stoves will have a secondary air.
Higher up.
Right, higher up,
Above
so the
the
gases from the new coal will burn off, so it doesn't cause the stove to puff back. A lot of them are preset, so you can't adjust the amount of air going to there because the stove manufacturer guesses how much it needs, and it's usually okay. But if it does have a preset one, what I found is a lot of people will take the loading lid and leave it cracked for the first half hour, 20 minutes to get all the initial flames burnt off, and then they'll close it and they'll have the preset secondary air from the factory to handle anything else that comes up. But this stove does not have a secondary. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So we had the lids closed, and I noticed when we opened it, all of a sudden all the blue flames caught because we didn't give it adequate time to burn off the initial gases. Gorgeous iced tea, by the way. What are you drinking?
Wine.
Oh, I was going to say wine, but I didn't want to take guesses. Yeah, so that's what all the blue flames are. There's still some in there.
Yeah, it's cooking. Not fully going though.
Because you don't have an adequate layer. You're supposed to completely black out the stove.
So we've modified our stove. We're turbocharging it.
See, we put too much coal in too fast.
And a couple of pizza crust.
Yeah, the pizza crusts are burning great. In case you're we got a good flame. Why don't you bring the camera over so folks can actually see what's going on? See, we converted it from naturally aspirated to turbocharged. See?
It's cooking though.
Well, this is a pizza crust. That's burning excellent. The rest of you could see some of the noxious gases are burning off.
It's definitely cooking.
And you can see down under
In Australia?
Yeah, it's getting nice and you can see it's getting.
It's really not throwing off too much heat. We can almost put our hands right on top of the stove top.
But it'll get there.
When the wood was burning, it was hot.
Now, somebody online mentioned that if coal is too old, you won't be able to. But isn't coal already like billions of years old?
Yeah, it's pretty old.
But they said that if you store it, it doesn't have a long shelf life.
Yeah.
I imagine moisture is a concern.
It's a rock. That's all coal is. It's rock.
I don't care.
Leave a comment, everybody, if you have some insight on that.
Yeah, because I have coal and I plan on storing it for a while, and it's
That's
outside.
the point of coal. Is you can just leave it in a pile and you burn it whenever you want.
Some people said, "Oh, you got to mix old coal with new coal."
People got all sorts of weird habits like that.
See, look, not. Okay.
Well, the coal in the stove is burning pretty well, just in time for Frank to go home.
Yeah, huh?
It's burning pretty good.
I bet we're gonna get some nice comments about how stupid we are and how. One thing we did is we added too much coal when it wasn't quite hot enough, so it really slowed things down. The turbocharger worked.
Yeah, I think with that first couple shovelfuls of coal we put in, we should have let it get super cherry from top to bottom, and then thrown the coal on.
Which we didn't.
Which we didn't. We were a little enthusiastic, over enthusiastic, to let it get going. Thing is, if we just burned wood, it would have been a better idea because we're only out here for a couple hours, and then Frank's going home and I'm going to bed, so this is probably still going to be hot in the morning. But it's not nice and hot. Still couldn't really cook anything on the top. It's definitely hot to the touch, but couldn't burn. You couldn't boil water on there.
Never dry faster than you can see.
I don't think that has anything to do with coal stoves, though, does it?
Right. And as they say on NPR, never eat more than you can lift.
Never eat more than you can lift.
They play that on the Food Schmooze.
All right, Frank. Well, that was a unproductive but a successful night. Our little stove works.
Someone who deals with coal commenting why it smells so fucking terrible.
Well, yeah, this is anthracite. I know bituminous coal smells pretty nice and sweet.
No, this just smells like
asshole.
Old basement.
Charred food, like when you burn garbage. So we put a couple pizza crusts in there, but
no, I think it's that old coal there. We got it out of this guy's basement, and this coal when it's burning, it pretty much smells like his basement.
It smells really bad.
But I know the bituminous stuff smells really good. Because from when I used to do blacksmithing years ago, I used a coal forge here and there.
$5 knife shop or $50 knife shop.
That's right.
Well, when I stood downwind from it, it smelled like rotting garbage. But
yeah. So so leave a comment. Anyway, finally we got another Friday night shop talk in.
Even though we didn't
do a single damn thing.
We marked some maple trees.
Oh, that's right. We marked maple trees. I will be. There's plenty of maple trees out there in the darkness that you can't see. I will be making a small maple syrup evaporator this spring. So stay tuned for that. No, wood fired.
Oh.
With maple syrup, you want a hot, fast fire apparently. So plenty of dry sticks and skinny wood ought to do it.
Yeah.
And we'll have some nice Yankee maple syrup. Oh, the one thing we worked on is this little edger we got in the trash. It's got a little 2-horsepower Briggs & Crafton. Fire that up real quick.
I'm already on. So what I did is I got the gas tank open, dumped out all the varnish, and then dumped fuel, down the car, filled it up, and
Hey, watch out for that. There he is, man.
We didn't even clean the car. And then I greased it up, and now it's going back under the tarp. None of us have anything to egg.
Yeah, I'm really not the edger kind of guy,
I will probably use it.
but
Yeah, we had to fabricate a gas cap for it because
Yeah.
the other one's
questionable.
non-existent. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was pretty satisfying. We didn't even clean the carb. Put a
I
little
know.
gas in it. Fucking
You know, for all the crappy Briggs motors that I hate, all those updraft 10, 12 horse pieces of shit, that little junky 2 horsepower Briggs & Crafton runs pretty good, I gotta say.
Yeah. We were thinking about turning the blade sideways and using it as a brush cutter.
Yeah, it might work.
Cut a real thin path of brush.
Yep. That's all we did today. Mark some maple trees, like we said. Stay tuned in a couple months. You know, next year, early next year, we'll have some maple syrup going, and we'll have more projects going on in there in the winter. And that's it. So, D. Frank is going home for the night, and I'll let the stove just burn out on its own. So, thanks for watching, everybody.
Stay tuned for more.
And exactly, stay tuned for more.
See you later, Broham.